My brother and his wife announced at my baby shower that I was their surrogate. Their 8-year perfect marriage didn't survive what came next. The text arrived while I was in labor. My brother Dwight wanted to know what time he should pick up his son from the hospital. Not my son. His. The baby I was actively delivering, that he decided was rightfully his. Dwight and his wife Brittany had been trying for 8 years. IVF failed 5 times. Adoption agencies rejected them after the background checks. Dwight's DUI history, Brittany's psychiatric holds. They'd spent $200,000 on fertility treatments, lawyers, and bribes that didn't work. So when I got pregnant accidentally at 39, Dwight decided the universe had provided them a solution through me. He announced this at my baby shower, stood up during gift opening, champagne glass raised, and thanked everyone for celebrating their miracle. Explained how God worked mysteriously, making me pregnant so they could have their baby. The room went silent. My husband David's hand found mine, squeezing so hard it hurt. I thought he was drunk, laughed it off. But Dwight had paperwork, actual adoption forms he'd had drawn up, had already chosen a name, Bradley, after our dead father, had already decorated a nursery. Lauren pulled out her phone, showing guests the crib they'd bought, the clothes they'd collected, and birth announcement cards they'd ordered with their names as parents. The shower ended immediately. People left without eating cake. My mother-in-law whispered she'd never seen anything like it in 70 years. Dwight called daily after that, not asking, telling, informing me which pediatrician they'd chosen, what preschool Bradley would attend, how they'd handle visitation. Generous, they said, allowing me to see him monthly, like they were doing me a favor by letting me visit my own child. They started following my obstetrician's appointments, not coming in, just sitting in the parking lot, watching, taking notes about my fitness as an incubator. Lauren photographed me eating sushi, cooked sushi, and threatened to call CPS for prenatal endangerment. Said it proved I wasn't serious about the baby's health. David got a restraining order. Dwight violated it within hours, showing up at my work with a baby seat to practice installation in my car. Security removed him. He screamed about his parental rights while being dragged out. My coworkers were horrified. HR suggested I take early maternity leave for safety. The breaking point came during my 7th month. I woke to find Dwight and Lauren in my house at 3 a.m., measuring the baby's room. They'd made copies of our keys somehow, probably from when they house sat 2 years ago. Lauren was placing their own baby monitor, explaining they needed to familiarize themselves with the space for when they took custody. David held them at gunpoint while I called 911. Not a dramatic standoff, just my husband, steady and calm, explaining that breaking justified self-defense. Dwight tried reasoning with him, man to man, about how brothers share everything, how David should understand, since he had 2 kids from his first marriage, how this baby was excessive for us, but necessary for them. They were arrested, released on bail by morning. The charges would stick, but the court was months away. Dwight used that time to escalate. He called my employer, claiming I was mentally unstable, trying to get me fired so I'd lose health insurance. Posted on Facebook that I was a surrogate who changed her mind, garnering sympathy from strangers who didn't know better. Hired a private investigator to follow me, documenting evidence of unfitness. My stumbling on a curb became mobility issues. Pregnancy waddle became substance abuse signs. Then he tried to bribe the hospital staff, offered a nurse $50,000 to bring him the baby after delivery. The nurse reported it. Hospital security was alerted. My delivery was flagged as high risk for infant abduction. I gave birth surrounded by security guards. Dwight and Lauren were arrested in the hospital parking lot with a car seat, diaper bag, and it's a boy balloons. They'd brought Brittany's breast pump, though she'd never been pregnant. The delusion was complete. Our son was born healthy, 8 pounds, perfect. We named him Alexander, not Bradley. Didn't post photos, didn't announce it beyond close family. Moved houses while Dwight was in jail for the hospital incident. But Dwight wasn't done. From jail, he filed for custody. Claimed I was an unfit mother who'd stolen his son through deception. Said we'd had a verbal surrogacy agreement. Presented recordings of conversations, edited, spliced from years of casual talk about his fertility struggles and my saying I wished I could help. The case was dismissed, but it cost us $30,000 in legal fees. Dwight got 18 months for breaking and entering, attempted kidnapping, and harassment. Lauren got probation and mandatory psychiatric treatment. They divorced during his incarceration. Lauren wrote me a letter apologizing, saying the desperation for a baby had driven her insane. She's in therapy now, realizes what they did was monstrous. Dwight got out 6 months ago. Still sends letters about his son Bradley, how I'm raising him wrong, how Alexander isn't his real name. Last month, he sent a birthday card for the wrong date. Bradley's due date, not Alexander's actual birthday. Dwight still has that empty nursery, Lauren told me, still waiting for his son to come home.